So with the daily news covering the ongoing Klansman gang trials, some of you might be wondering about Jamaica's witness care or witness protection program. For the sake of safety, we're not able to tell you specific details, but Adley Duncan, Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, can give us a general overview on how witness care works and how it helps the justice system. Good morning, Adley. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time.
Delia. Morning, Neville.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
This witness protection program has been forever, right? This is not something we're just starting. It's been around for a while.
I mean, it's been around for a really, really long time. It's been in Jamaica for many, many decades now. And one statistic that we're very happy about, people may not believe it, especially knowing the rates of crime and violence that are notorious in this country, but the program has never been compromised in Jamaica.
Never.
Never once. That's so far as I'm aware. So that's one statistic that Jamaica can be. There are many things wrong with Jamaica, but there are many things right with Jamaica as well. And when it comes to witness care and the witness protection program, that is one thing that we can really advance to say that there are challenges, witnesses do feel fear coming forward, but in terms of the actual management and maintenance of the program, the results have been quite positive.
Yeah, just before Delia, you have any idea of the numbers we're talking about? I mean, is 100 people, is 200 people, is 10,000 people?
Well, certainly, statistics, we don't have those at our office. I can say though, from my experience as a prosecutor, it would probably be in the hundreds.
Okay.
How does one qualify for witness care?
All right, so we have a Justice Protection Act. Oh, for witness care. All right, so witness care and the witness protection program, I'm going to treat them differently.
Okay.
So when it comes to witness care, I think that Ms. Llewellyn, who is the DPP, of course, she has been very proactive in terms of management of witnesses, because sometimes it may be difficult to remember that these are human beings, because you do 100 cases, 1,000 cases, it's case after case after case. But I think the director has humanized that element of prosecution and has been proactive in establishing a witness care unit within our office. And so every witness is eligible for witness care. We have a unit staffed internally with police officers, paralegals, members of legal staff, and they have a responsibility for the management of witnesses. But in terms of the program, under the Justice Protection Act, an assessment has to be made as to whether the witness's evidence is relevant, credible. In most cases, it will be. And then the Witness Protection Unit, which isn't our office, that goes to national security people, they interview the witness. Are you a viable candidate? You know, can you pack up your life and get a new life, basically? And not everybody wants that. It's a voluntary program. But if you are sufficiently motivated and you're able to, take up your life and go elsewhere and you're protected, then pretty much you're eligible.
So forgive me, so what is witness care?
So witness care is an internal initiative from the DPP's office. It never used to always exist. It's basically the management of witnesses. So you know that trials can take a really long time in Jamaica, and witnesses, we're dealing with some serious stuff, rapes, shootings, murders, and witnesses can generally be vulnerable. So we have persons trained in-house, in the office, in staff, to manage witnesses. So you stay in touch with the witness, for example. Okay. You organize counseling for the witness, for example. You make sure they know the court dates. You make sure you don't only talk to them when it's court time. You continually check up, visit, and there's an avenue for them to get a little, let me say, comfort.
Yeah. Are there occasions where, well, I don't know if it comes from your office, where you would probably advise a witness that it's in your best interest to go into the protection program?
All the time. I mean, well, let me say often, because many people, even people who aren't necessarily in very precarious situations, many people just feel a general fear or apprehension about giving evidence in Jamaica, because we live in Jamaica, we know some of the realities in Jamaica. So many witnesses who are brave and they do come forward, they say, boy, I gave the statement to the police, but honestly, I feel nervous. There may be a threat, there may not be threats, but they just have an apprehension, right? In cases where there is a real prospect of violence, if there are a case like in gang cases, there's a case like maybe a specter of threat, in cases like that, we would definitely strongly encourage people to go on the program. It's not the most, so every aspect of Jamaican governance can be improved by the allocation of more resources. But with the resources available, I think the program has done a very good job of protecting witnesses.
Witness protection is for life?
It can be. It's a voluntary program.
When you say it can be, it's up to the person on the program. So it's not a situation where you give your evidence and you're on the program, and when the case finishes, we dash you out. It's not at all like that. Once you go into the program, you are
supervised and managed and taken care of for as long as you wish.
Yep. We said already that you can't say certain things, so don't
Right.
get nervous when you ask this question about the Klansman trial.
Yeah.
Because I was reading that the witness, can the perpetrators or the people who are being tried, can
Yes.
they see the witness?
Yes, so our laws basically have it that you have a right to confront the witness, but the witness is actually not in the
I know,
courtroom,
but they can see.
Yeah, man, he's on a screen. Just like how you can Zoom
man.
interview somebody, it's
Yeah.
the same thing in court. They have a big old screen and he is wherever he is, giving the evidence from a remote location.
Okay.
So actually, I want to add that as well. Witnesses who may feel a little apprehensive about coming forward, they don't necessarily have to go into, we have something called special measures now, where you can be in a room, you can be in a different country, you can be in a bus, you can be wherever there is a technology and give evidence from a remote location. You don't have to go in the courtroom looking at the particular persons.
Yeah. I think one of the concerns for persons going into witness protection is how will I survive?
Right.
So I'm going to give up my job and whatever. You're going to move me.
Right. And your family, depending
And my
if
family.
that's something you want.
So do you look at, I guess, putting me somewhere where I'm able to get a job?
Yes.
I'm able, what are the parameters?
Yes. So basically, it's not a we recognize that people have to live.
Yes.
So we are taking you from a situation where you're comfortable and we're taking you somewhere else. So in terms of the details of the administration of the program, I am able to say that systems are in place to make sure that people can continue to enjoy a livelihood, enjoy a good standard of living.
Does that mean that until I get a job, you look after me?
I can say that resources are allocated to take care of witnesses who are not self-sustaining until they are self-sustaining.
Do you decide whether I stay in Jamaica or I go to...
Do I decide that personally or the office? Okay.
Yeah, the office.
No,
Do you
we don't
decide whether I
that.
stay in Jamaica or... So can I say, well, I don't want to stay in Jamaica?
So we are Ministry of Justice, and many people think the program is a justice program. It's actually a national security program. So it's national security people who conduct the interview, know what the resources are, what are available, and they make the assessment. So I'm sure that somebody could make a suggestion or make a request, but it's up to the people to decide where is the best
Okay,
fit
so
for
I might
you.
say I want to go abroad, and you say, well, it's not that dangerous right now, so you don't need to go so and so.
Every case depends on its own facts.
I can come out when I feel like?
It's perfectly voluntary. And many people do, in fact, come out after a few years. Many people want to go back to their communities after the heat dies down, so to speak. Many people are just tired of having to, because you change your identity, obviously. People get tired of that, and they can choose to leave, and it's up to them.
Yeah. So I know it starts with national security. When does it become a justice?
Pretty much not at all. So when somebody is referred from our office to the program, so we have the same witness care unit, they liaise with the program people. So when somebody comes to our office and if they express fear, for example, and we refer them to the program, the national security people come in, they do the formal interview, the police take them wherever they take them, they do the formal interview, they're taken, accepted onto the program, taken wherever they're taken, and when it comes time to give evidence in court now, they are transported to a safe place where now our team meets with them, and I suppose that's where the interaction starts, but pretty much we don't have anything to do with the admin of the program.
Yep. Okay. Quite often, the witness who wants protection is someone who would have been doing the wrong thing.
It happens, yeah.
Right. Does that mean if I give you the information, I'm immune to all of everything, or I can still go to jail after I say so and so and so and so?
So that's a legal assessment. So, giving evidence doesn't make you immune from prosecution necessarily. But if it is a case where we can indict maybe on less, so we have plea negotiations, which exist, and the Act, which governs plea negotiations, has a facility where lesser charges can be considered in exchange for the value of giving evidence.
So the witness who is under protection can
Right.
still end up in jail.
It's very likely that the proceedings that would involve that witness, if they themselves are a criminal, that those would be completed before the evidence is taken. So if they serve the sentence, they would serve it and then give the evidence and then live out on the program.
Okay.
That's the most realistic option.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
very
in.
much.
Stay safe.
Thank you very
God bless
much.
you.
All right.
So we did a poll on Twitter and asked, if you witness a crime, would you contact the police or the witness protection program? 60% said yes.
Good.
40% said no.
That's good.
There you go.
That's good.
Well, we need more of that, though. We need more of that. I've said
so often that the police and the commission and the government can't do it by themselves. They need all the help. Andy Duncan, Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, with us this morning. Thanks again, sir. After the break, what's the importance of philosophy on this World Philosophy Day?